Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Work-Life Harmony. My name is Megan Summerall, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that's been heavy on my heart for a while. And because of, just how crazy things are right now, I think everybody's been a little cautious to kind of maybe speak some hard truths a little bit, but that's what I want to do here today. At the time that this is being recorded and that you are listening to this, we still have 2 whole months left in 2020. That is a lot. And what's been interesting is over the last couple months, while there is so much funny humor and memes and GIFs and all of that I'm seeing all over social media about, just waiting for 2020 to be over, what a tough year it has been. I see a lot about, a lot of funny jokes about people who are saying, well, complete waste of my money buying a 2020 planner, which you all know that stings a little bit for me because I do sell planners. But again, I do have to laugh with you because I'm in here in the trenches with all of you trying to figure this out as well. But at this point, what I'm starting to see, and it troubles me, is there's kind of this mentality growing of, God, let's just wait for 2021 to get here. I just can't wait for 2021 to get here. And friends, likely speaking, like December 31st, 2020 to January 1, 2021, it's not like we're going to wake up that morning and suddenly everything is going to look exactly like it did pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. Right? We are not out of the woods yet. Things are not just suddenly looking like they did. There are still tons of children who are not physically in school and we don't know when they will be back. People are still telecommuting. There's a lot. And things are not suddenly going to change because the year on the calendar changes. Now, I'm not trying to say this to be Debbie Downer by any stretch, but the message that I want to leave you with today, I keep hearing that Dr. Seuss book, the Places You'll Go. And a couple times in that book, he refers to the waiting place of people who are just stuck in the waiting place. I should have pulled the book out so I could read it, but it's talking about, you're waiting for the grass to grow or, all these things to happen. And I'm starting to feel kind of that atmosphere. A lot of places I go, we're just waiting for this year to be over. Well, you need to decide for yourself. You've got 2 choices, friends. Choice number 1 is to play the waiting game and to just sit here and wait it out and watch days, weeks, and months go by where you're just stuck in this waiting place. And do you know what happens in the waiting place? Absolutely nothing. Nothing good, nothing bad, just nothing, because you're stagnant. You are not taking the opportunity to do things, to move forward on your goals, to create wonderful things with your family, to do stuff at home, to try new things, whatever it is for you. So your choice is either to stay in the waiting place or to say, I'm not waiting anymore. I am picking up and I am moving on. I am assessing where I'm at. I'm looking at the limitations that are put on me right now, and I'm going to make a decision of what it is that I am going to do about it. And you have a choice to do some really great stuff the next 2 months before 2020 is over, or you can choose to sit here and wait it out. And when January 1st hits, you're still going to be in your waiting place. So, so many people a lot of very hard things have happened to thousands of people. And I do not want to belittle that. I do not want to discredit it. It has not been easy for absolutely anybody, myself included. But here is the challenge that I want to give to all of you to do right now, today. You don't need to wait to do this. And it's 3 things. First is honestly sit down, pen to paper, and write down what good have you experienced in the last 6 months, 7 months? What are some things that you can be grateful for? Um, for me, that list includes, even though I am a raging introvert and need a lot of alone time, my family has had we've made some really amazing memories here together being at home. We've tried new things. It's given me the opportunity to work on some stuff with my daughter, to help her navigate some things that I typically just haven't had the time for. It's given us an opportunity to declutter, to do all sorts of stuff around the house. It's given me a new sense of priority of staying connected with loved ones in my life and making sure I'm prioritizing that time to get on the phone with them, to have a FaceTime call. When it comes to my business, it certainly was a big hit, but then it gave me the opportunity to say, well, what can I change? What can I do different? How can I take this situation and find a way to serve others? So you can choose this first step of taking this time today and acknowledging some of the good that has come out of the last 7 months, or you can choose to just stay focused on what wasn't so great. I'm always going to choose to look at the good. The second thing that I want you to do is think about, you still have 2 months left in this year. That's a lot of time. What is it that you are going to commit to doing over the next 2 months to get unstuck? What are you going to commit to start doing today instead of waiting for 2020 to be over, waiting for the pandemic to end, waiting for things to be, quote, normal, whatever that even is? What is it that you are going to commit to doing in the next 60 days? It might be something with your family. It might be something for you. It might be a health goal. It might be a service-oriented goal. What can you do to serve your community, to help all of that? Maybe you have a business that you want to kind of re-engage in. There's no wrong answer. The only wrong answer is choosing to stay stuck, choosing to be in the waiting place. So that's the second thing. First is you're going to go acknowledge what good has come out of the last 7 months, 6, 7 months. The second is, what are you going to do to make the rest of 2020 something that you can be proud of? And then finally, the third thing is, I want you to start thinking about next year, 2021. And I don't mean from the place that I'm seeing so many people, which is, oh, I just want 2020 to be over. I just want to flush this one down the toilet and have a fresh start. No, I want you to think about, realistically, when 2021 starts, it's not going to look the same as January 1st, 2020. We are not going to be back to the world that we knew then. So instead of just saying, I'm waiting it out, and then when January 1st hits, I want you to wake up on January 1st knowing what goals you have for the year. Don't wait until January 1st to think about it. Here is what so many people do. They fall into that trap of saying, okay, January 1st, I'm going to sit up and think about the year and what I want to do. Well, it takes you a couple weeks to think about it. Then February hits and it's kind of cold and there's nothing really I can do. I'll wait till March. And all of a sudden it's spring and they're going, oh my goodness, I haven't done anything towards my goals. Instead, where you want to be is you want to be able to wake up on January 1st with your goals and your plan in place, so that when January 1st hits, you're actually in motion. You're out of the waiting place. Now, here's what's going to look different. When you are sitting down to think about next year, you are going to have to be honest with yourself and say things aren't going to look like they did January 1 of 2020. So now is a great time for you to look at the realities of which we are living in right now. We have some limitations, and you are going to say, even though this is what I'm living with, here is what I can do. So we're going to shift our thought from all the things we can't, and we are going to turn it towards all the things that we can do. Because when we think about what we can do, that is what is going to get you unstuck and get you out of the waiting place. So, friends, we still have a good poll here together for 2020. Let's make a commitment to making these last couple months ones where instead of, and I mean, you've got to have your laugh here and there, but instead of rehashing all of the yuck and the junk and the stuff that has been happening over the last several months, let's instead turn our thought towards what we are going to do and what we are going to celebrate for the rest of 2020, so that when January 1st hits, we have a plan, we're excited, we know what limitations we have, but we are still going to set forth and get out of the waiting place. So if you are committed to getting out of the waiting place, getting unstuck, and you are committed to no longer saying, I'm waiting for all of this to pass, I want you to come find me, shoot me a message, let me know, because I want to support you and have the biggest community that we can of people that are choosing to not sit in the waiting place for the rest of 2020. So I go forth, go find those things to be grateful for, set the rest of your goals for 2020 and start thinking about all of the amazing stuff that you are going to do in 2021.